back to the episode, peoples. Hey, what's up, y'all? What's going on? Welcome to another episode, LNS TV. I am your host, Kareem, holding it down for my co-host. You already know what it is. You know what I mean? Today we're gonna do some audio reactions. You already know what's going on up in LA. You know what I mean? Where the trees is at. What's going on? You know, well, I wasn't going to try to react and do none of that type of stuff like that or nothing like that. You know what I mean? Because it's touchy. You know what I mean? But we're gonna do it anyway. You know what I mean? Before we start though, hit them like buttons. You know what I mean? Going up, late night shenanigans. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody getting it. We here to unpack. You know what I mean? Let's get it.
Managing music artists like the late Nipsey Hussle. He's an entrepreneur, community activist. Pretty much, he wears a lot of different hats. That's why it might come as a huge shocker.
Now, y'all heard that, right? We gonna get into Big U. The whole indictment. It's kind of messed up. You know what I'm saying? That man is guilty already by the public. He didn't even get his chance in court. Everybody on him. You know what I mean? So we gonna do it like this. I ain't pointing no fingers. I ain't saying nothing. I'm just getting it off the news right here. You know what I'm saying? This is the news right here reporting. You know what I mean? So we gonna go there. You know what I mean? And get it there. You know, crime and law and crime network. You know what I mean? That's what you want to get it. Get the audio content. We doing it. We audio reaction right there. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do this like this and let the public decide and let it go through. Process do its purpose. Let's get it. You know what I mean? The indictment. They say he's a big checking in, making everybody, you know what I mean, doing all this big bad wolf type of stuff and all that. You know what I mean? That's kind of messed up. You know what I mean? Because the man just got out not too long ago. He was, you know what I mean? He was Nipsey Hussle manager. You know what I mean? A lot of stuff went down with Nip. You know what I mean? A lot of stuff went down. You know what I mean? His name is Big U. They call him Draws. He was a friend. I mean, a real good friend of Wack 100. You know what I'm saying? Wack 100 is a good dude. You know what I'm saying? He kept it real. You know what I mean? He gonna tell you how it is. You know what I'm saying? He knew dude. You know what I'm saying? But right now, we just gonna play a little of this audio reactions. What's going on with this LA indictment situation with Big Draws? That's what they call him, AKA Eugene. But let's get into it. You know what I mean? Because I'm not here to bash nobody's family. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I'm here. You know what I mean? Rest in peace to both sides. You know what I'm saying? What I mean is, rest in peace to y'all young man. What they talking about. You know what I mean? And rest in peace. Excuse me. Rest in peace, everybody that fell victim of some type of situation that occurred through some kind of form of indictment. You know what I mean? But let's get into it.
When the feds named him in a sweeping RICO indictment called Operation Drawdown. I'm Elizabeth Milner with Law and Crime. Now, before we get into this case, I want to tell you about something really exciting at Law and Crime. We're launching a new channel called Scandal that's dedicated to exposing the dark side of fame, covering all the wild crimes in Hollywood, and diving into the disturbing rumors floating around celebrity circles. Now, to stay up to date on all the latest celebrity scandals, click the link in the description
LNS
of this
TV.
video and subscribe to Scandal today. So back to this story. The indictment against Big U is more than 100 pages long.
You hear that?
Now, in their case, the feds say he ran a mafia-like enterprise. He's accused of murder, kidnapping, embezzlement, robbery, and extortion. And that's just to name a few. Now, Big U claims he's innocent.
I can't
but
believe
if he's
it.
convicted on these charges, he's facing the rest of his life in prison.
I just need y'all prayers. I need y'all to don't even know what to say.
Big U seemed to be on the right track. After an earlier stint in prison, he turned himself into a community activist, specifically an anti-gang activist. Yeah. He reportedly helped launch Nipsey Hussle's career. He was a music exec, so it seemed like he was doing a lot of good. But according to the feds, while he was playing the role of community peacemaker, really, he was an active gang member for the 60s Crips. And not just an active gang member, he ran it. So the investigation was years in the making. According to his complaint, back in 2021, an FBI task force launched their investigation into his alleged criminal enterprise and its association with the Rollin' 60s Crips. The feds claim Big U's association with the gang has been ongoing since the 80s, where he earned the reputation of being an enforcer. But here's the thing. They claim Big U ran his enterprise separately from the Rolling 60s. For example, the indictment says Big U's enterprise purported control of Los Angeles. Individuals, including professional athletes, musicians, and others who came there for business were required to check in. So what does that mean? Well, according to the feds, the check-in included payment to the Big U enterprise, as well as requesting permission from Big U himself to conduct certain activities, including acts of violence that were sanctioned by the Big U enterprise. The indictment even points to an appearance Big U made on the Nothing is Something podcast, where he stated, if you choose not to check in, you suffer the consequences. Another example the indictment points to is the attempted murder of
Man. Hey, look. Peep game.
Please, don't pay for solar if you live in California.
You know what I'm saying?
Did you know if you live in California?
When you do all that stuff and you saying all that, you don't do all that. You know what I mean? You do not do none of that. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically what he's in trouble for. You know what I'm saying? They did all that.
The consequences. Another example the indictment points to.
They did all that stuff. Trust me, when the feds is coming, they can make sure they got something on you. And he's doing all this crazy checking in and putting it all on camera and all this stuff. Man, but it's hard. It's hard to believe that this man, almost in his 60s, that still was doing things like this. You know what I'm saying? But who am I, though? Let's get into it. You know what I'm saying?
The attempted murder of rapper Quando Rondo. You know, the alleged murder for hire plot that has rapper Lil Durk locked up now. According to Big U's indictment, Quando Rondo didn't check in, and as a result, his cousin was killed. Federal agents allege while Big U's enterprise has a history and reputation to control LA through violence, fear, and intimidation, Big U simultaneously attempted to create an air of legitimacy. How? By promoting himself as a reformed gang member who focused on bettering his community through his
See? That's what... See, look how in the eyes of the public, they saying he focuses himself, he's doing this, he's doing that, he's doing this, doing that. They saying he pulled the wool over us. Trust me. I feel for the city of Los Angeles, especially that community right there. They like, man, it's nothing to them. They probably been knowing what's going on. For those who know, you know what I'm saying? But the ones who don't know, who's like, man, wow, I done gave this brother a heck of bread and he did me like this. And some people probably like, man, that's why I'm in blackball, why I can't get this shop, or why, you know what I mean? Because he been trying to, he been narrating, doing all that extortion stuff and all that stuff, man.
I ain't been nothing but a help to our community.
You know what I'm saying?
But I guess it is what it is. This the price of being black and trying to help somebody, trying to help your community and do what you can. You're just guilty because somebody else don't like you and they go on the internet and do what they want to, and y'all gonna promote it. It's crazy. But I'm going to go turn myself in, though. Because I ain't did nothing. This fact is, man, they done went to my house, kicked my houses in, bust my doors down, bust my windows. They calling my son at his football practice, threatening him. You know what I mean?
And his son is a NFL player, pro player. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say what team it is. You know what I mean? Y'all gonna figure it out. Late night, you know what I'm saying? Shenanigans, you know what I'm saying? We all about shenanigans and stuff and all that, but y'all gonna figure it out. Let's get it.
These dudes tagging him. What kind of is this?
You know what I mean? Y'all figure that out. You know what I mean? Let's get back into it.
They're in a position where they have to do what's best for themselves.
And speaking of that, when you're having an indictment of this sort, it seems like, the feds are going to need witnesses or cooperating witnesses, excuse me. What are your thoughts on potential informants that may have been, in that organization potentially?
Anytime that a RICO indictment comes up, you have to have information from the inside at some point, and it could come from different sources. It doesn't necessarily have to be an informant that's mentioned in an indictment. It could be someone that they've dealt with in the past that's renounced the gang lifestyle. But they definitely have to have someone from the inside or someone that was in the inside at one point to kind of give insight into what was really going on.
Yeah, and I'm sure, when the feds come knocking and they're asking what happened when and where, and you're facing what could be the rest of your life in prison, I feel like it might be easy to understand why it might have been easy for witnesses to kind of come forth and explain why this happened or what happened when, to kind of piece together more for invest.
That's crazy. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, right? It's just crazy. I mean, some people, they get out and don't never want to, when they get out, they try to change their ways, right? But they feel like they're getting defeated. Feel like they're getting defeated maybe because they ain't getting them doors open. You know what I mean? They're not getting them doors open, so they want to start, you know what I mean? Start going back into the crime and all that. I believe what's going on with him, because I think once that happened to Nick, everybody started backing off from him. Probably backed off from him before. You know what I mean? Even his good boy, you know what I'm saying? He was good boys with Wack. Wack 100, you know what I mean? Wack 100 was real good friends with the dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna lie. Look, check it out. Wack know the man for a minute, right? When he got out, Wack was trying to put him on. You know what I mean? Wack was in the music industry. Wack been there. Wack got all types of stuff going on, man. You know what I'm saying? If y'all don't know about Wack, y'all should know about Wack. Good brother. You know what I mean? Good brother. You know what I mean? I ain't got nothing to say about him. You know what I mean? But he know Big U. So let's get into it. Before we get into it, hit them like buttons, hit them sub buttons. You're just doing the audio. You know what I'm saying? Reaction. You know what I'm saying? This one right here, we're going to do a reaction off the No Jumper, Adam and Wack. You know what I'm saying? Wack is telling a little bit what he know. You know what I mean? How he know draws. That's what he called draws.
They owe me 20 grand. Can you go grab it?
I never did that type of business with him. I'm gonna be real. I've never ever seen him personally. I've never seen him take nothing from nobody.
You feel me?
Okay.
I got a lot of people that's close friends of mine that I may see once every 6-7 months.
Right.
I don't run with nobody every day.
Uh-huh.
No human being do I run with every day.
You were doing your own business with
I had my trucking business going on, my music business going on,
You know what I mean?
my real estate business going on. Y'all got to remember, we was trying to bring him into the fold to help him find a lane for him.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
LNS.
That's all that was. We was positioning the table, different Crips, Bloods, and Power Rules from different sections, right, that we feel could be a voice,
All
a
about
prominent
the
voice on the
shenanigans.
West Coast who wanted to be part of the music industry. Those of us that had certain plugs and connections, right?
So you were trying to bring him more above board.
That was our only movement.
See?
Right? And everybody will tell you, the dudes from Long Beach, if you pull up Bridging the Gap, that's Wack bringing K. Slay out here, because we had lost all our radio out there. Me and K. Slay built the bomb, but I didn't keep it to myself. I brought him out here, took him to all the different neighborhoods, allowed the rappers to exchange numbers with Slay, and then they built with Slay. They did mixtapes and did shit, and boom, so vice versa. So when Slay needed things for Papoose at the time out here, it was just a phone call and we made it happen. So we was trying to rebuild the bridge that should get burned down. Because at this point in time, it was like they was over there, we was over here. It really wasn't nobody conversating. So we came up with this Bridging the Gap thing. And that's how that started. But all the business, the real estate business, I did what we helped him with his home. The Nipsey Hussle business, Gang spoke on that on Vlad. What else did we help him do?
when he started to build the Crenshaw Coast organization, me getting my artists to post the sign ups. Scooty, about this time, Scooty Bikes was hot. So us having Ray J show up on the flyer, Ray J's coming to give away a free Scooty Bike to the whatever. Everything we did with him was business. And I'm gonna be real. Anybody that know Big U, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Part of his problem I had with him about the music business is I would tell him, yo, such and such sign the artist.
See?
He like,
Look,
bro, I only want to sign people from my area.
I'm packing. Look.
Big U's a dude that's big on his area.
You know what I'm saying?
And I'm gonna be real with saying that. I think Big U,
see, he couldn't let it go.
Only would do this type of shit with people from his area.
See?
If you look at the indictment, everybody is from his area. I don't think Big U trusts to go outside his bubble to do any type.
There you go right there, y'all. You know what I mean? See, Wack had intentions, good intentions, you know what I mean? Wack had his front door key, he had Wack front door. They was cool, they fell out, whatever. And Wack just told you what happened. He went behind his back doing all this unnecessary stuff. That's what kind of messed up their relationship, him and Wack. But Wack had no type of ill malice, nothing, because before all the stuff jumped off, Wack was on the airways screaming, woo, 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 they found this and that and this. But basically, I was telling the brother, go, get on. And, you know, code. You know, that's what I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying? Allegedly, you feel me? But Wack Wack know his wife and everything, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, before y'all get to saying, is Wack gonna go down with the whole Rico thing, man, get real, man. It's all business. Wack is legitimate all the way around. Now, I feel for everybody that's involved in all this, you know what I mean? So let's keep it open-minded, you know what I mean? Let the cars fall, and it's not judged, just get into it, you know what I mean? Until then, y'all, I appreciate y'all, you know what I mean, kicking back with me, you know what I'm saying? I really do, really, really, really do. You know what I mean? Until next time, y'all. Until next time. You know what I mean? Holla at me. Hit them like buttons, hit them sub buttons. Late night shenanigans. We unpacking. We going up. Appreciate it.